get on with some hockey now.
That's right, hockey.
Because Australia did quite well.
That's right.
Yes.
They got home yesterday against India, and a lot of people were tipping India to take this game out. They won 3 of their 4 matches leading into this match. Now, Australia, they went up early. They looked more hungry from the start. They looked like they had their penalty corners set, did a lot of practice. They just looked like the kind of team that we spoke yesterday that they weren't leading well into the semi-finals. Not that they weren't leading well, but they could have been playing much better. But they've come through, and they will face the Netherlands today in the final of the Champions Trophy. The Netherlands, they actually beat Pakistan. Well, 5-2. So, unfortunately for the Australians, the Netherlands are a great side, and we will actually have a chat to a lovely man by the name of Peter Wilkins, who is the grandstand host right here on ABC News 24. Wilco, thanks for your time this morning.
Good morning, Sasha. Good to be with you.
Okay, now we spoke yesterday. India, great team, a lot of wins leading up to that semi. Did you see the game the way you thought you were going to see it?
Probably the Australians were more dominant than one thought before the game. They really shut India down. As you mentioned, they hit them from the start. They were swarming in the midfield. They negated the impact of Sardar, the brilliant midfielder, the number 8, and they just dominated throughout. The most telling statistic of all was 19 shots to the Australians, just 3 to India. So the Australians very miserly throughout the tournament. They haven't conceded a goal in their last 4 matches, and that's going to hold them in good stead today up against the Netherlands, who did hit their straps with 5 goals.
What's their previous record like against the Dutch, Wilco? Do we look like we're going to go into this match as favourites?
Surprisingly, the 2 nations, given their standing across time in world hockey, have only played 3 major finals against each other. And one of those major finals was an Olympic Games back in 2004. They won the gold medal in sensational fashion. Jamie Dwyer with that gold medal goal, and he was absolutely superb in that. Their Champions Trophy record is 1 apiece. So 3 major tournaments. The Australians overall in the Champions Trophy against the Netherlands have a decided advantage. They've played 34 times. They've drawn 4 times. 1 last Sunday, 0-0. The Australians have won 20, the Netherlands 10. So they have the advantage, but the Netherlands, they're in form. They carry 12 players from the Olympics. They look hungry. They're the Olympic silver medalists. This is going to be a tough game. It's not easy for the Australians at all today. Make no mistake about that, despite the history books.
Any Dutch players we should keep our eye on?
Oh, absolutely. So many. Billy Bucker, the striker, the tall, lanky striker, he hit his form. He scored a hat-trick during the course of the Olympic Games in one of their big wins. He scored 2 yesterday. Valentin Verga hit a sensational goal yesterday, and he is just a supremely talented player. But they're one of those sides that there is no weak link, really, despite the introduction of a few new members. They've got skill right across the board, and they're going to be really dangerous today.
And how do you see this one panning out, Wilco? I want you to separate your mind from your heart and tell me, who do you think's going to win this one?
I think the home factor is going to get Australia home today. They're going to be motivated by a massive crowd. It is a sellout here at the State Netball and Hockey Centre. All the action on ABC television, of course, live this afternoon. But they just seem to be able to hit their straps in these big Champions Trophy finals. Jamie Dwyer, he came back to form yesterday. Jason Wilson, he's been getting himself about. The defence has been very tight, led by Mark Knowles. I think they can do it. They constitute a different proposition for the Netherlands than Pakistan did yesterday. They are down a couple of players, or at least one. Fergus Kavanagh suffered a hamstring strain yesterday, and he's out of the side. Simon Orchard, the really supreme midfielder, he comes back into the fray, but he hasn't played for some matches due to a thigh strain, a quad strain. So they are perhaps down on the bench, where the Netherlands will be going in with a full-strength side. Forced to tip, will go Australia 2-0.
No surprise. OK, Peter Wilkins, thank you very much. And let's hope the Aussies win. And the Champions Hockey will be broadcast live on ABC One this afternoon from 1:30 Eastern Daylight Time.